everything. Daniel is going to take the control. Okay. So here is the, sorry.
Yeah, well, this is the main website of our customer. Here is a label that it is an hyperlink to the web configurator. So here is the configurator. Here we can log with a user and a password.
They have created profiles for their customers to control them and to have all the historical of all the orders, offers, quotations that they have done during the history.
Here is the historical, and as you can see, they are using the configurator many times. So all of these are quotations. Okay, so we can check here. For example, well, this. Okay, this is a quotation. Here is all of the documentation that is generated with the quotation. For example, a PDF quotation with all the data, the price, all the characteristics.
That's so important because it's a personal quotation. So in the first sheet, the company gives you thank you because of using our configurator. So it's not like the typical PDF. It's the company has improving the image with the customers by sending them a personal. It's like when you are a customer now from ESLA, I think that you think or you see feels like they are helping you directly.
Yeah, well, in this quotation, as I said before, is the main information of the configured ladder. Then to the image with the main dimensions and also a 3D view of the ladder. But this is only in the quotation stage, because here we can execute all the transitions that previously we have defined in the workflow in DriveWorks. So as you can see, we can send again the quotation, we can remove it, we can review it, we can edit it, and then launch into production. Okay, and when we launch into production, it's when all the 3D models in SolidWorks are generated. For example, here is a quotation that it's been manufacturing. So here there are the rest of the documentation. Okay, for example, okay, this drawing has been generated with SolidWorks directly from the configurator. Okay,
it's important to say that all the company use the same tool. So now, from the beginning, the client create the quotation, and then different people, different persons in ESLA maintain the offer. So when the customer say okay to the quotation, they enter into the configurator with their login parameters, and they can, as Daniel said, they can send the quotation, finish the order, make some transitions. So now everything is controlled inside DriveWorks. Okay, they don't need to use any other tools during the process. For example, emails, Excel to control the productivity or things like that. They use only DriveWorks. Okay.
Okay, and now, if you want, we can show an example of configuration. For example, a vertical ladder. Okay. So first of all, we have to select the different standards for this type of ladders. So, for example, this. Then we have to define the wall in which the ladder is going to be assembled. Okay, so for example, we are going to set up. Okay. Okay. We can add different stages of the wall.
The idea is that the ladder is the solution, it's not the data entrance. So you are including your data entrance, that is the way, or the place where you are going to use the ladder. So the commercial or the customers, the only thing that knows from the beginning is where they are going to use the ladder. So the ladder is like a consequence.
Yeah, as you can see, we have defined the environment of the ladder. So once we have defined it, then automatically the ladder is going to be assembled in the wall. So, and then once the ladder is assembled in the wall, you can go with the rest of the configuration. So we can select different types of exits. Okay.
It's important to say now that all the ladder is all the time being configurated. So any change that Daniel is doing, it's recalculating everything, because until the ladder seems to be simple because there are straight parts, but there are big calculations backwards because all the parts should be standards. The idea is not to cut and not to create new parts if it's not needed. So the idea is to all the time, while Daniel is making decisions, everything is being calculated again.
Yeah.
And we have to say in that case that the customers, and first the commercials and finally the customers, said to ESLA that the general interface of the configurator now for this kind of ladder, now it's all simple. So at the past they had some problems with information, because if you think that a client has to say all these things to the commercial and the commercial has to transmit everything right to the technical department, so there are a lot of information, and now they are seeing the final ladder, and almost all the clients are able to configure.
Yeah. Also, the customer can add more accessories, and at the end we have the summary with all the components and the final price.
Yeah. Even they can see in one part the bill of materials, and the other part the bill of profiles, and even the length cut that they are going to do in their manufacturing. So it's possible that now, seeing the order or the bill of materials, they can go back, make a little change to improve the price or to improve the product, because they have the product life.
Okay. Well, we can see, if you want, another example of another type of ladder. In this case, it's a typical ladder used in the industry. For example, to assemble trains, to climb to different types of machines, and well, we can set the main dimensions. For example, the height.
Yes, you can realize that in each decision that Daniel is taking in the 3D, the dimension is being like a hover in color blue to help the user, now the 600, to help the user to know, because sometimes people don't read all the text in the configurator, so we try always to help them.
Yes, and also in the configurator, all the product rules are embedded inside the configurator. For example, if I set a wrong dimension, for example here, the configurator gives us the solution. Okay, this dimension is not valid. So the configurator offers some solutions. Okay, so we select this, we update it, and the model is correctly updated. And here, for example, the handrail and more accessories. Okay.
As I said, seems to be a simple product, but there's a lot of reinforcements and a lot of diagonals and a lot of parts of the ladder that are not selected by the client or by the user because they are needed in terms of regulations. So it's important to take into account that now the client is selecting their data, and the ladder is always a valid ladder. It's always a calculated ladder.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, this is the project that we have developed for ESLA.
Yes, the last. Well, we are going to go back to the presentation. Okay.